Butch Gore and Buckskin Joe, two discharged workmen from John Blaine's construction camp, through a clever maneuver of Blaine's foreman, Ranch Judd, escaped from a courtroom where they were being tried by Blaine and his workmen for holding up the stagecoach. Butch and Joe were pursued by Tom Crosby, Blaine's construction engineer. The chase leads them to Rock Ridge, where Blaine's daughter Ann, while resting from a strenuous ride, is discovered by hostile Indians.
I fixed across him. Yeah, I saw you. Judd will sure be glad to hear that. We better get out of here before Blaine comes along with a posse. Is that meddler Crosby still trailing you? Oh, his trailing days are over. He won't bust anymore. Joe here took care of that. But his friends will follow us, so we want to get down on Morgan's mine quick. That's good place. We hide. Indians stay away, too. They think evil spirits there. And Blaine and his bunch will think there's evil spirits there, too, before we get through with them. Come on.
Say, what in the world were you doing out here alone?
Oh, I had to get away from that silly old trial. Why, everybody knows that Butch Gore and those men are guilty. The whole thing is just a farce.
Yes. And now the prisoners have escaped.
Escape?
As I was chasing them when my horse fell. It's a lucky thing for you that it happened where it did. There's Noah once in a while. I've heard him warn you time and again about leaving camp. Now get on your horse. Get out of those Indians cause us any more trouble.
Blaine, I understand you're organizing a posse to attack Thunderbird's village. I am. Those renegades are going to Hydale, and I'm going after them. I'm sorry, Blaine, but I can't permit this. Why not? Because I'm supposed to make peace with the Indians. Of course, at times I must fight them. But this matter must be tended to in another way.
But these men are murderers and cutthroats. They should be captured and punished at once.
I grant you that, Miss Blaine, but we can't start an Indian war on their account. They'll be captured in time. Yes, after they've wrecked my section of the railroad. I'm sorry, Blaine, but I have my orders. Men, there'll be no posse.
Get back to your home.
There you go, spoiling our fun again.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Same place as you, I guess, Noah.
Well, I'm going out to see if those renegades don't hurt Tom Crosby.
That's just where I was going. We'll go together. There've been 3 horses passed here in a big hurry. But they didn't take the trail to the Indian village.
I didn't believe them when they said they were going there.
Steady. I hear horses. Why, it's Tom. Dan.
What happened to Butch and Joe?
They made their escape.
Yes, because Tom had to come to my rescue.
To your rescue? Say, what are you doing out here alone? Didn't I tell you never to ride out without me?
You can just save your breath, Noah Blaine. I've already been scolded by Tom.
Hey, Crosby. Do you think that Butch and Joe will go to the Indian village?
No, I don't. They wouldn't be any safer there than we would, in spite of Joe's friendship with the Indians.
Come on. Wait a minute. I somehow don't feel comfortable with you riding behind me.
We agreed to settle that little argument when the road was finished. Well, it's not finished.
Let's have a talk with Anne. It's disgraceful her riding around the country alone, and all these wild Indians.
Well, Tom, what luck did you have in rounding up Butch and his gang?
They almost got me, Mr. Blaine. I saw 4 or 5 Indians running away with Ann. We had a fight, and, well, here we are.
Anne, I thought I told you not to ride out of camp alone.
Oh, but Dad,
Now get off that horse and go down to the house with your Aunt Mom.
Oh, all right.
I told you so.
Well, now that that's settled, what about that expedition?
Better wait here. I've arranged for Judd to take care of it.
Well, why don't you take care of it?
But I found out today there are about 100 kegs of spikes in an old cabin about 20 miles up the trail. I'm going to take a 4-up out tomorrow and bring them back.
100 kegs of spikes. That's strange. How did they get there, Judd? This is all news to me, Mr. Blaine. Where did you get that information, Crosby?
From a very good source, Judd. I'm going to make it my business to find out who put them there.
Well, in my opinion, you're wasting your time. Well, it won't do any harm for Crosby to investigate. You take care of the Pine Hill expedition. Get an early start. Come in the office, Tom. Now, what's on your mind? Do you really think those spikes were stolen from our supplies?
I don't know, Mr. Blaine, but I have my suspicions. If those spikes are in that cabin, I'll certainly find out who put them there.
You're right, Tom. But you mustn't handle this alone. Take some men with you.
Being with that tie wagon will help hold things up a bit, won't it?
Yeah? Well, we've got to work faster than we've been doing lately. We want Blaine to lose his contract. That Crosby isn't making too much headway to suit me. Tell you what you do. You ride out to Morgan's mine. See Butch. Tell him that Crosby will be out tomorrow. Pick up those spikes that we hid in the old cabin. And see that he never gets there.
Right.
Well, what did you find out?
Steve told me to tell you that Butch and Buck's men are taking 6 renegade Indians with them to stop Crosby from getting those spikes.
Oh, that's great.
You know we had a hard time making Butch believe that Joe's bullet didn't get Crosby? Well, he swears he saw him fall and roll down the cliff.
Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But he hadn't better make another mistake.
Oh, Dad, don't you ever stop working?
Well, dear, you know what it is when you're building a railroad.
I suppose you're going to take a stroll in the moonlight.
No, you read signs better than the Indians.
Indians? Indians? Don't mention those red beans to me again. They won't let me leave this lawless country, much less live in it.
Come in.
Evening, everybody.
Evening, Doc.
Judd will leave for Pine Hills with the wagon in the morning. I'll take a few of the men who are left and go after those spikes.
All right, Tom. But I hope you're not going on a wild goose chase.
Don't you worry. Here we go.
Tom Crosby, I hope you won't become so interested you will have to save from the Indians again. Twice in one day is too much.
We'll watch out for the Indians, Aunt Martha. Good night.
Good night. You know, I'm the official scout around here, and I don't like the idea of that fella Butch being at loss. I'm going after him.
You figuring on handling him alone, Noah?
Well, it's all right if you want to go along.
Well, we're partners, aren't we?
Can't I go with you tomorrow, Tom?
Oh, I'd love to have you, Ann, but no, it's too risky.
Why?
Well, for one thing, I'm going out after what I believe is stolen property. Bound to be guarded. Well, I can think of a lot of safer places for you.
Oh, and I plan to take such a wonderful run. Just for you and me. Oh, please, Tom, let me go.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll leave just before the wagon is finished. Then nobody will notice us.
We've just got to bring Butch and his gang in.
Oh, we will. That is, if they don't see us first.
Then it's all settled. I'm going with you tomorrow.
Oh, I guess you will.
Having any luck sighting buffalo, Missouri? Yeah. I saw a big herd of them feeding on Blue Flat. Oh, I'm going back to camp to get some of the boys to go out and help me make a kill. Nobody much at camp. Yeah? We're all out at Pine Hill. Certainly need fresh meat. Yeah. Tell you what to do. Take Bill, 3 or 4 of the boys. Yeah. I can get along without him for a few hours. Yeah. That's fine, Tom. Me and the boys will trail along with the zoo. Well, bag a bunch of them buffalo, make sure on the wagon before you reach the land. Come on, man.
What are you doing that for, Bart?
Why, the Indians do that when they're tracking people.
No.
Yes, you can hear horses' hoofs, a mile or more. Get down there and try it. Take off your hat.
I can hear something, Bart.
Let me listen. You're right, Noah. There must be 6 or 8 of them. Tell you what we'll do. We'll ambush them. Get on your horse.
Why, it's old Missouri. Some of the other boys that left with Crosby this morning.
I wonder where they're heading for.
What's in the wind, Missouri?
We saw a big buffalo herd this morning. Thousands of them. Feeding on Blue Flats. We were hightailing out there to get some buffalo meat.
Oh, great. We'll be trailing along,
Yeah.
won't we, Bart?
Well,
All that other business can wait. We'll go along and get some buffalo.
all right. Say, we can sure use fresh meat.
Well, then let's go, man. Nice cold spring down here by Willow Grove. When we get down there, we'll explore the contents of that lunch nest.
All right, Tom. I bet you're good hungry.
I saw hemlock. There's a million of them.
Fire? Come on, Missouri, let's get him.
Well, you've got to sneak up on them critters. Yeah, the wind's against us. They can smell us a mile off. We'll have to sneak around on that side of the ledge there and attack them from that side. Come on, men.
Where's Crosby now? He's only got 2 outriders with him. This is going to be easy. We'll cut across the prairie and head them off. If they show fight, let them have it.
All right, Butch.
Come on.
Not many of them. We'll make a run for it. Try to reach the cabin of the ledge, hold them off until the boys in Missouri get back. Come on, Ian! Come on!